As the NBA seasons go by every year, we get to see crazy things. Every season is full of strange stories and turns that no one saw coming. So many of these things happened so long ago that we don't even remember them. Here are the top 15 things that made you think, wait, that really happened? Let's find out what they are. Number 15. Magic Johnson was fined $50,000 for tampering. Yes, tampering. Magic Johnson, a great NBA player and the president of the Lakers, was fined $50,000 for complimenting Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is very easy to praise. He was sincere when he said Giannis would win a title in Milwaukee, not Los Angeles. Here's the whole thing. Number 14. Warriors coach Steve Kerr gave his players the chance to coach. In a meaningless February game against one of the worst teams in the league, Phoenix, Warriors coach Steve Kerr let injured players Draymond Green and Andre Iguodala take over the clipboard and coach the game. Except for Jared Dudley, this was a very strange and unusual thing to do, but almost no one was upset by it. Number 13. The Cavs traded everyone. The Eastern Conference favorites, who won the championship the year before last and have the best player in the league, did something that had never been done before. They got rid of everybody. All of them were out. Isaiah Thomas, Derrick Rose, Jai Crowder, Channing Frye, Dwayne Wade, and Iman Shumpert. Larry Nance Jr., Jordan Clarkson, Rodney Hood, and George Hill would now be on the court. The change was like nothing else. An amazing goal set by a great team. Was it a good choice? Maybe, but it looks like the best choice would have been to keep Kyrie. Number 12. Fergie destroyed the national anthem. The word butchered has a capital letter for a reason. It was terrible. For about 24 hours, it was the talk of the internet. Here it is if you don't mind seeing it again. This is why you shouldn't make the national song about you. Instead, you should just sing it the way it was meant to be sung. Number 11. It was said that LeBron James was thinking about joining the Warriors. The news of this came out of the blue. It was talked about seriously for 2 or 3 days before LeBron put a stop to it. Everyone says that can't be. But what if? Nah, no way. But maybe but that's not possible. Does one exist? Number 10. Someone tried to be a Pelicans player during warm-ups and got away with it. This New Orleans fan was on the court in warm-up clothes for 19 seconds before a security guard found that he wasn't a player and sent him back to his seat. He even shot a gun. Number 9. Lavar Ball did start a league. It's crazy to keep going over Lavar Ball's rise to fame. Lonzo Ball, that UCLA kid, was the first question. His father said he could beat Michael Jordan. Big Baller brand came out because the prices of shoes and other goods were so high. When LaMelo and LiAngelo got there, one of them dropped a 92, and the other was arrested. And now, more people call Lonzo LaVar's son than LaVar Lonzo's dad. LaVar's creation of the Junior Basketball Association, an alternative volunteer league that my friend signed up for in jest the other day, is the strangest part. Insane. Number 8. When Paul Pierce saw Isaiah's honor video, he got angry. Paul Pierce has always been a bit of a diva, but his fight with Isaiah was a new low. Isaiah Thomas was one of the top 5 votes for MVP in the Celtics. He played even though he hurt his hip badly, had a tooth pulled, and lost his sister. After that, the C's dealt him. It's a bit rude, but it's good for business. So before his first game at the Garden, the Celtics made a video to honor him. But Paul Pierce didn't like it because it was also the night that his shirt was taken off the court for the last time. Isaiah replied with grace and told Boston to let Pierce stay the night. Number 7. After missing most of the season and forgetting how to shoot, Markelle Fultz was a perfect fit for the Philadelphia 76ers next to Ben Simmons. When he twisted his ankle in Summer League, everyone said, "Oh, of course, the new Sixers player is hurt." We didn't know though. By the summer, people were starting to question Fultz's shooting style, and he started missing games with a shoulder injury. No one was sure how bad the injury was. We forgot about him in the end. That is until Brett Brown surprised everyone by saying he was coming back, which he has already done. And his jump shot looks good enough. Number 6. J.R. Smith threw soup on his coach. Oops. Over the years, J.R. has been in a number of strange situations, but this one stands out. Smith was suspended for 1 game by the Cavs for throwing soup on assistant coach Damon Jones. Think about how this happened. Things are probably said back and forth, and the shooting guard just throws the bowl of soup at the assistant coach. What a move by JR. Number 5. Eric Bledsoe didn't want to be there. According to reports, Eric Bledsoe was unhappy in Phoenix, where he was the only important veteran on a team that was losing. Then, in the first month of the season, when the Suns' performance was already at an all-time low and the head coach was fired, Bledsoe wrote, "I don't want to be here." After about a week and a half, he was moved. But the hairdresser did it, right? Number 4. KCP played in a game while wearing an ankle monitor. Read that again. Yeah, that's what took place. Even back then, it wasn't a big deal. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, a wing for the Lakers, was busted for DUI while he was playing for Detroit last year. This year, he served his 25-day jail time. Work release allowed him to leave jail for games, but he couldn't leave California, so he got a DNP, personal reasons, for some road games. Crazy. Number 3. Bobby Portis broke Nikola Mirotic's nose. As training camp was coming to an end, rival power centers Bobby Portis and Nikola Mirotic got into a fight during a scrimmage. Mirotic pushed Portis, and Portis hit Nico right in the face. Nico missed a few months of basketball with several broken bones. Portis was suspended for 8 games and said he was sorry. While neither of them were there, Lauri Markkanen introduced himself. Mirotic said it was either him or Portis. But Nico couldn't be moved until December because he was still bleeding from his nose. People said that they had put the issue behind them, but Nico was finally traded. Number 2. The whole story of Kawhi Leonard. Think about this. At the start of the season, Kevin Durant hurt his leg, but he should be back by the time play starts. There's been a long delay, so he won't be there on opening night. Then they hear about more failures. How soon will the star small forward play? KD finally comes back in January. Before being shut down again, he plays in 8 of the 14 games. The team doctor says he can play, but he doesn't. Steph Curry, the team's Hall of Fame point guard, adds, "My hamstring injury was worse, but I sucked it up and played through it." Then, word got out that the team had a meeting where they begged Durant to play, but he said no. On Twitter, Andre Iguodala says, "Couldn't be further from the truth. The star forward hasn't come back yet, even though the playoffs have started." Number 1. The Rockets and Clippers had a tunnel war. This is without a question the strangest story. Chris Paul was playing for the Clippers against his old team at the Staples Center. CP3 is clearly at odds with some Clippers, especially Blake Griffin and Austin Rivers, while the game is going on. Chris Paul and fellow star James Harden got into the Clippers locker room after the game through a secret tunnel in the bowels of the Staples Center. The best part of the story, though, is that Clint Capella was sent to the front door of the Clippers locker room to keep them from noticing Harden and Paul coming in the back. When Capella knocked on the door, the Clippers allegedly opened it and slammed it in his face. Great, crazy stories of the NBA. Aren't you glad we reminded you of them? Well, you can say thank you by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. We'll see you with another video very soon.